We'll go for this. We'll cast a Sword to Plowshares on the Bolus and attack him for all here. And drawing a lot of cards. Drawing a lot of cards. What's up, everybody? We're back in the arena playing some competitive Brawl. Today's commander is a commander I've seen a couple times on the Brawl ladder, and he is from the new Marvel superhero set. It is the one, the only King T'Challa, or the Black Panther. So, this is a Azorius 3-mana 3/2 with Flash, and whenever a player draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. You can also cast him for 6 mana from the command zone, or you can pay 6 mana to flip him, which gives you a 3/3 with Flash, Double Strike, and it prevents all damage that would be dealt to Black Panther. And then it says whenever Black Panther deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. So this is a very sick card. He gives you a lot in the command zone, basically when it comes to drawing cards, right? He basically just wants you to draw multiple cards a turn so that way you can net another card, right? He's a very good tempo commander in my opinion, because him having Flash being relatively cheap and gives you more cards throughout the game makes him very, very powerful. Now, I call this deck list Draw T'Challa the cards, because in this deck we're trying to draw all of the cards, okay? So we have simple ways to draw more cards in our turn and on our opponent's turn. For instance, things like Ponder and Preordain, where you can, they're just 1 mana sorcery or instant speed cantrips, right? Which means they basically are 1 mana, they draw a card, or they let you scry, or they let you look at the top few cards of your library. What T'Challa does to these cards are, he makes them draw an additional card. So Ponder becomes 1 mana, look at the top 3 of your library, and then you may put them back in any order, and then you may shuffle, then draw a card, then draw another card. So making these 1 mana cards that just draw a single card, draw 2, makes them significantly better, like by a lot, right? We also have like Preordained, scry 2, draw a card. So then King T'Challa would make this scry 2, draw a card, then draw another card. Very, very good. We also have things like Consider, which is Surveil 1, draw a card. So once again, Surveil 1, draw a card, then draw another card. Now, these cards need to be cast on a time where you have already drawn a card this turn. So, for instance, you can Flash into T'Challa, and then on your turn cast one of these Consider effects after your draw steps, which gives you the extra draw. That's very powerful there. The good news is that T'Challa is sort of balanced to where it has to be your second card, and it's only your second card each turn, because if it was any card you drew, he'd be way too powerful. Or if he could trigger multiple times a turn, he'd be way too powerful. Your opponent can also trigger this card, which usually isn't very relevant, but it can be, because it says when a player draws their second card. So if your opponent draws multiple cards on your turn or on their turn, you also will draw another card. So in a sense, he acts like a fairy mastermind type of effect, which is really cool. In a commander game, especially when there's 4 players, he's very powerful. But in Brawl, he has other strengths in Brawl, which I think is really cool, because Brawl being 1v1, the tempo strategy is very, very powerful here. So in a tempo strategy, you want to play a lot of cheap interaction, cheap ways to keep your threats that you're playing as well alive. You want to play a lot of different ways to just stay on controlling the tempo of the game. This deck is a very control-heavy tempo deck. We do play things like Teferi and like Jace the Mind Sculptor as like big control type payoffs, because these cards can trigger your commander as well, because Jace, it has a draw 3 on him. So when you draw 3, you would actually end up drawing 4 cards, which is kind of absurd. And then Teferi is the same deal. Draw a card, and at the beginning of your end step, you untap 2 lands. So now it's draw 2 cards, and if you aren't aware, Teferi is a 5-mana pretty powerful control card that just slowly drowns your opponent in card advantage. So when you double the draw on him, it makes it very, very good. So we have, obviously, the very cheap ways to interact. We do play Fierce Guardianship in this deck because our commander is 3 mana. If our commander was 4 mana, I probably wouldn't play it, but because he is 3, Fierce Guardianship I still think makes a cut. We have the 0 mana interaction with Force and Negation, Subtlety, Solitude, right? Solitude is very good. 0 mana Swords and Plowshares. And Force of Will. Now, what's really cool about Subtlety and Solitude is their Flash. Now, this deck has a lot of Flash speed cards, right? Our commander is Flash. We play these Flash evoke elementals, and we play a lot of other creatures that have flash as well, which I'll go over in a second. But the ways we have to trigger our commander, we can, like I said, have these ponder effects, the cantrips for 1 mana that we can do on our turn, we can do, or we have cards like Faithful Mending, which is a gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, and discard 2 cards, right? I like this card for this deck because it helps you dig for answers, right? Being a deck that is a tempo / control deck, we want to be able to find our answers when we need them. And this card gives you two casts of this spell because that's flashback. So it's a very good card. It immediately triggers your commander on your opponent's turn, and it also triggers on your turn, so it's very cool in that sense. We have all kinds of cool ways to draw cards as well on our turn that are not just like 1 mana instant or sorcery cantrips. We have things like Spreading Seas. This is a 2 mana enchantment, right? You can enchant a land, and when a land enters, it not the land. Whenever this aura enters, you draw a card, so it can trigger on your commander, right? And it says enchanted land is an island. It doesn't say it's an island in addition to its other types. It is an island by itself. So it changes the land from being whatever color land it was to now only an island. Now, this format is very, very heavy blue, so Spreading Seas is not as good as it usually could be. But if you're going against a deck that does not play blue, or is a multicolor, like a 3 or 4 color deck, you can enchant one of their lands that's not tapping for blue and make their mana base a little, make it a little harder for them to cast their spells. But this card is cool because its interaction, it also can trigger your commander, which I like a lot. I have been bodied by Spreading Seas in the past, pretty bad. We also play Ledger Shredder and Duelist of the Mind and Malcolm. These are all 3 just like 2 mana creatures that can draw cards either during combat or if you do something else. So for instance, Malcolm is whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you put a chorus counter on it, then you draw, then discard a card. If there are 4 more chorus counters on them, you may cast a discarded card without paying its mana cost. Now that last line of text, which is casting without its mana cost, doesn't really matter because we're not trying to necessarily get that to go off. If it does, it's just icing on the cake. But because it is a deal combat damage, draw a card, now it's a deal combat damage, draw a card, draw another card, then discard a card, right? Very cool with our commander. Ledger Shredder is very awesome. It says when a player casts their second spell each turn, it connives, and conniving draws a card, discards a card. So you can trigger this on your turn to trigger with your commander, or you can trigger on your opponent's turn, which is really, really cool. Duelist of the Mind is cool because we play a lot of draw spells. You can increase his power quite a bit. But he also has the ability when you commit a crime, which is basically targeting your opponents or anything they control, or cards in the graveyard. There's a lot of different things you can do to commit a crime. You can draw a card and discard a card. Once again, you draw a card, you draw another card, then you discard a card. So these cool ways to, trigger our commander that are pretty cheap. Things like Taru is the same deal. Taru enters, you draw a card, and target opponent may draw a card. And it says whenever an opponent draws a card, if it's not their turn, you create a tap treasure token. This is primarily the Wall of Omens spot. I was going to play Wall of Omens, but I think Wall of Omens has been power crept kind of out of Magic a little bit. So Taru is kind of like that. It's kind of like Wall of Omens that gives your opponent a card, but if your commander's on board, you draw 2, your opponent draws 1, and you get a treasure. So like for 2 mana, you draw 2, get a treasure, and your opponent gets a card, but you also have the Taru still. Really, really cool card for a deck like this as well. We play a few stack pieces, very few stack pieces in this deck. Captain Eberhardt says, spells you cast from among cards you drew this turn cost 1 less to cast. So he kind of ramps a little bit. And he spells from among cards your opponent drew cost 1 more to cast. So he can interact with your opponents a little bit. And then we also have like Angel of Eternal Dawn, which is another stack piece we're playing. This format is way more tighter on the mana curve than I thought. So this card is a little worse. I think it's going to be replaced the next time I try this deck out. But it can be very, very devastating for your opponent depending on what kind of deck they're playing. So we also have, right here we have Loran of the Third Path, which is basically a Rec Sage that blows, when it enters, it destroys an artifact or enchantment, right? And it has Vigilance, and it also has the ability to tap you and target opponent draw a card. So what you can do with this card is, depending on what's happening, it at least can net you 2 cards with your commander on board. Or if your opponent already drew, you activate on your opponent's turn, they do the same thing. You give them a card, which would be the second card they drew, so you would draw a card too. So it's really, really cool. Really cool synergy for the deck like this. We have things like Glen and Lindra. This is another card that is a flash flying threat, right? That says when it enters with a -1/-1 counter on it, and you may pay 2, remove a counter from this creature, counter a non-creature spell, its controller draws a card. So once again, our commander says when a player draws a card, or a player draws their second card. So you can counter your opponent's spell, have them draw a card, then you draw a card, right? So it's really cool in that sense. And the fact that there is a flash game plan for this deck, Glenn Lindro is perfect for it. And I think it's really, really sick in this deck. We have Tasha's Tidebinder. This is a stacks piece. It's really good in a deck like this because we have Flash. When it enters, you counter an activated or a triggered ability. If an ability is countered this way, oh, you can trigger, by the way, it counters an artifact, creature, or planeswalker ability. If you counter it, as long as Tasha's Tidebinder stays on a battlefield, it can't be activated. So it can shut off planeswalkers, it can shut off certain artifacts, and it can shut off creatures. So it's a very, very cool value card to play in a deck that's kind of like playing the Flash game plan, that's trying to deploy threats while also interacting with your opponent. It's very, very cool in that sense. But we are also playing some Curiosity cards. We have things like Enduring Curiosity, right? Once again, it has Flash. 4/3, when a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. And if it dies, you bring it back to the battlefield as an enchantment. Really, really cool. And when you play Curiosity itself in the deck, once again, this one, the actual Curiosity effect itself may not be critical for this deck, honestly. You could play like a different cantrip here, which might just be better. I just thought it was really cool synergy with like giving T'Challa Curiosity, and so when he attacks, he deals combat damage to a player. You draw a card, then you draw another card. So basically, Curiosity becomes a draw 2 instead of a draw 1, which is really cool in this list. We also play a lot of creatures that fly for cheap. We play like Hydroponics Architect. This card's also has synergy with our commander because it says it makes a land in your library, a random land in your library, become a basic island, which means your fetch lands that fetch for islands can find it. It also says whenever it enters, you draw a card. Once again, triggering our commander. Drawing cards is just extremely powerful. Okay, so like having that stapled onto any card, it just makes it better. So, but yeah, so we have this thing, it flies. Getting this thing Curiosity is fine. We also play Spectral Sailor. Once again, this looks kind of like a jank kind of card, but it actually does better. It's better than it looks like it is, right? It's a 1-mana 1/1 with flying and flash, and it says pay 4, draw a card. So once again, you can, in these long drawn out games where you are grinding back and forth with your opponent, you can start netting value by drawing a card. If your commander's on board, you can draw 2 cards. Very, very cool. It also just has flash and it's flying, so like you can deploy this early and continue to hit your opponent for 1, right? Until they feel like they have to get rid of it. We also play Grand. Grand is cool because she says when she becomes tapped, you draw a card and discard a card. Once again, triggering your commander for cheap. You can deploy this before you deploy your commander, which I like a lot. Really, really cool in this deck. We've already talked about the Planeswalkers. All the Planeswalkers are both win cons and ways to trigger your commander. We got things like Quantum Riddler, which is a very, very powerful card. When it enters, you draw a card. It has Warp, and it says if you draw a card, if you only have one or fewer cards in hand, you draw 2 cards. So it just has synergy of a lot of the cards we play. It's really, really cool for this list, actually. It does not have Flash. It doesn't need to have Flash. It'd be way too broken. But it's cool, and it's a cheap way to trigger your commander as well. Mystic Confluence is awesome. Counterspell, bounce spell, draw spell. Does all 3. It's expensive. It's 5 mana, but you know what? If it's sticking in your hand, you can't get rid of it. Pitch it to a Subtlety. Pitch it to a Force Will. Pitch it to a Force Negation. It just when it is live, when you have that 5 mana, it becomes very, very strong. It gets you out of a lot of situations. It counters spells. It bounces a problem creature. It draws a card, or it can do any amount of those things. Really, really cool. We got Torrential Gearhulk and Snapcaster Mage because we are a Flash deck. So very, very cool there. Like I said, Flash game plan. We have Aven Interrupter, a counterspell, a temporary counterspell. That's also a stacks piece that has Flash. We have Aang, Swift Savior, Flash counterspell as well. It's a very, very, very interactive deck. We had a few other cards we were playing before. I was trying to play Wedding Announcement. Wasn't good. It was too good. Like, this deck really wants to play the Flash plan, right? Or wants to deploy a threat early, or deploy King T'Challa, because King T'Challa will die, okay? It almost always dies. When he doesn't, though, you kind of start spiraling. He really just needs to net you like a card or 2 for him to get his value worth before you just need to cast him again. But he is a very, very cool card. We also do play some counter spells that draw cards. Our Archmage's Charm gives you 3 different modes. One of the modes is draw 2. So it becomes 3 mana instant speed, draw 3. Pretty good. Pretty dang good, because it's also a counter spell or a gain control of a permanent mana value 1 or less. Non-land permanent. Mana value 1 or less. We do play Cryptic Command, same deal, draw a card, tap all creatures, return a permanent to its owner's hand, counter spell. Once again, it's very hard to lose a game whenever you have a Cryptic Command in hand, because it does a lot of situations. It has something to do in a lot of situations. We also play, where is it at? Reprieve. This thing says return a spell to its owner's hand. This is not a counter spell, it is a temporary bounce spell. So we were going to play Remand, and Remand might be also just good as another Reprieve type effect. Basically, return a spell to its owner's hand, draw a card. So you can trigger this on your opponent's turn, you can trigger this on your turn. It's just a really, really cool card. It gets you out of a lot of situations when there's, like, for instance, a Cavern of Souls on the board where you can't counter the spell. This thing, like I said, doesn't counter. This one says just return the spell to its owner's hand, so it gets through the can't be countered effect. Same thing with Aven Interrupter. It doesn't say counter it, it says exile the spell to stack, so very cool there. But that's primarily what the deck is trying to do. It is a pretty decent deck. Honestly, it kind of does everything you want in Brawl right now, especially competitive Brawl, where you want a tight curve, you want a creature that can get card advantage, you want that creature to be cheap, and you want to be able to deploy a game plan very fast, because this format is, we're still in Platinum right now. We're climbing our way through Platinum, and the format is toxic, but it's fun. It is absolutely fun. I'm having such a good time. But it is crazy. Like Katara, you'll see Katara so often. That commander's insane. And speaking of Katara, we were going to put her in this list. And she's honestly very good in a list like this because we're playing at flash speed as well, while also being a way to draw cards. I just didn't want to spend a mythic wild card on that card because that card drives me bananas. Yeah, so with that, I think that's primarily what the deck is trying to do. And so, like I said, we'll hop into the game so I can show you exactly how kind of broken T'Challa is. So let's hop right in. Alright, opponent goes first. We have Force of Negation for his commander. And we have the swords. This hand's got to be keepable, right? We have Torrential Gear Hulk as well. A little bit expensive. I think we keep this. I don't think I mind Force of Negating his commander. I think that's what makes this playable. What does he do? Nothing on turn 1. We are gonna do a... yeah, we want to play this. We will crack a lack of this. I mean, are we gonna need the swords anything? I think we have to just respect it. We'll pay 2 life. We'll make him be scared of a spell pierce / spell snare. Yep, see, he's looking at the land. He's like, you shock that in? What are you doing with that shock land? Ponder, you're good. Glenolindra is also a counter spell. So, just takes a little bit more setup. So we basically have removal, counter spell, sort of counter spell, and probably another counter spell. All at instant speed. We go for this. And do we ponder? Or do we just pass? I think we just pass. I think just ponder actually might be pitched. Or the Torrential Gearhulk will be pitched. I have no idea what Dak Fane is going to look like, but I do know he looks like a looter in the command zone, so we can draw 2, discard 2. He does nothing. Depopulate probably is absolutely dead here. We just pass too. We can play a flash speed. We are not going to worry about anything right now. We can flash in our commander, which will probably be vaporized off the face of this earth. Does he miss a land drop? We go for this. If he counters it, he counters it. I don't care. If he removes it, he removes it. Also don't care. But if we come and untap with it... Oh my gosh. Do not let me untap, my guy. Did you just let me do that? Ponder? Don't let me resolve this... Oh, our opponent doesn't understand, I don't think. All these cards are fire. I want the Brainstorm for sure. We already had a land for turn and into Fairy. Let's do it this way. Decline. Let's just draw this. Draw another card. Okay. We have 7 cards in hand. We just pass. Or we attack. I will absolutely attack. If he flash blood, no, he doesn't. Okay, I mean, we're doing the thing. We're doing the thing in the turn. We got brain. Yeah, we got so much shenanigans right now. Oh, we'll lead to this card. Oh, don't say that. Oh, we'll do the sailor. Rest of our hand. Well, actually, could have been depopulate. It probably should have been depopulate. Unable to scream. Do we care? Do we actually care? Do we care at all, actually? This gains control of an artifact. Do we care? Let's defend. Let's defend. Let's defend. Let's fight. Let's fight on your turn. Okay. Yep. Now do you remove it? Yep. That's a much better card to counter this one right here. But our opponent is not hitting a 4th land, and I am going to capitalize on this right now. Teferi? Oh my god. Alright. Let's draw a card, untap 2 lands. The control starts. We'll untap these 2 right here. We do not have anything, honestly, right now. We'll hold. We'll hold and just foretell that we have a counter spell up. Our opponent really needs to, he really... Now, the next non-creature spell he casts draws a card. So that's not bad if he can just find a way to cantrip again. Or cast his commander. He can at least cast his commander to dig. He could have done that several times. Oh my gosh, don't do nothing, dude. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Oh gosh, we'll do nothing. We'll do nothing as well, man. We'll do nothing as well. We will draw another card. This is hard. He should have played his commander, so he could have drawn a couple cards. I guess he didn't want to run into a counter spell. I completely understand that. I completely understand it. He's a little rough right now. Because now we have Torrential Gearhulk active. We'll play a Ledger Shredder, right? Yeah, we'll play a Ledger Shredder. Just to get a blocker for Teferi. And we'll end the turn. If he tries to do something in step, we might brainstorm. This will draw 4 cards. Let's do this. I want to connive right now, actually. Because brainstorm will draw us 3, and then put 2 back on top, and then the other one will draw us another. I want to put depopulate back on top of my library. Does he want to get rid of the... Oh, we had a counter spell right in Glenalindra. Mana Tithe is so disgusting. We'll do depopulate. Put a counter, then... Holy fudge, bro! Okay, I'll take all of that. We don't need swords, and I'll discard this land. We'll put the sword. We'll put the land on top. This is we're so safe right now. I'm telling you straight up. Resolve. We'll hit these 2 lands right here. We are so set right now. I'll be honest with you, the game's over. All right, this is lock. This is on lock. Right now we're on lock. Which is a Force of Will, Mana Tithe. We have like, yeah, this game's on lock now. I think he has. Oh, yeah, like we just drew stupid cards. We're on my end step. He wants to try to do something on my end step. He needs to do something. If he's not going to do anything, like he could even bounce to Fairy, bro. I honestly, do we defend that? Depending on how he tries to do it, we Mana Tithe it. Yeah, Ledger Shredder and Teferi here. It's going to be Pyrokinesis. Do we care about defending? He'll draw a card off this. No, you're good. You know what? No, you're good. You're totally fine. You can, yeah, no. You can go down. Well, he didn't really go down a card because he drew a card with the boon. But I'll take that. What did he exile? Fury. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that. That is what we do not want to have resolve. We can hold Force of Will still. I think we hold up Force. I think what we do... Oh, gosh, there's so many options. I need to do the right one, though. Let's do this. Let's counter that. We still have Force of Will open, and now we have a blocker as well. He really wants to get rid of Teferi, but we do not mind fighting for Teferi. We do not mind. We do not mind fighting for the boy right here. Or the man, I should say. This is a man. This is a straight man right there. He is the hero of Dominaria, and he ain't no freaking... He ain't gonna go down easy. He ain't gonna go down easy. We know we're drawing a land, which is good because we can... Yeah, we're looking really good. Our opponent did get his 4th land. He could have got it sooner, probably. But he's a little behind right now. We have... Yeah, we are doing pretty good right now. I think this game is going to be pretty difficult for him unless he does something pretty big. Like, honestly, if he plays his commander, I almost don't care. I almost don't care. Now we have Glen Elendra as a clock, too. Pyrogoyf. He's going to deal 4 damage to something. Is that worth Force of Willing? If we Force of Will it, we'll get rid of Sink in the Stupor. What's he going to target with that? Glen Elendra? I mean, honestly, this keeps a creature off the board, so it defends Teferi as well. Yeah, it defends Teferi as well. We need to protect Teferi here. Absolutely just need to protect the Teferi. Okay, now we can attack. I think we can attack here. And we can end the turn. We have Torrential Gearhulk now. We are looking pretty dumb. We have 5, 6, 7. If we go for our commander for 5, we'll lose 3 mana. So we'll have... I want to hold everything. I just want to hold everything. Submit 0. I want to hold everything. Teferi will ultimate... No, not ultimate next turn. He'll ultimate the turn after that. Yes! I see. Yup, the control torture. The control torture is real. The control torture is so real here. Yeah, because he's... Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of interaction, but... Yeah, that Brainstorm drawing us literally Force of Will, Mystics, Confluence, and Sing in the Stupor. We were like, that's all we were looking for. Oh my gosh, that was a good game. Okay, so we go first, going against a Kefka. I think that's pretty... This hand's pretty decent. We keep it going first, I think. We'll play this Misty, get a... yeah. We have 4 lands in hand. Yeah, we're good doing it this way. Kefka as a commander, you really don't want to have Resolve, but we'll have to deal with it when that comes down to it. We're going to get a probably tapped Hollow Fountain. And we'll pass the turn. Thundering Falls is good. Oh, that's actually pretty decent as well. Putting us nothing here. Do we hold as well? I think we go for Eternal Dawn here. If he counters Eternal Dawn, that's fine, I think. Eternal Dawn probably doesn't mess with him too much. He shocks in, which means he's definitely countering it then, yep. You are all set. He probably wants to get Kefka out early. That's probably why he did that. Norman Osborn. Raucous Theater. Curiosity. Ooh. Let's hurt ourselves for 3. Do we want to get ahead on cards, right? So we can have a blocker here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go sorcery speed, but let's preordain. Oh my lord, both of those cards are fire. Yeah, both of those cards are very good. Both of them are basically counter spells. If you counter Kefka's ability, then he can't have an ETB, basically. We're looking pretty good right here. Our commander might just die, so Norman can get through, but that's totally fine. He got his value worth now. Yeah, you can cut him down, yep. Take action. Connive. Does he discard a... He discards a land. We have all flash, we wait. We just go to instep. We have several ways to do things here, so that's very good. Can I swords your Norman Osborn? You don't want him anyway. If our opponent does nothing, we flash in Malcolm. I dare him to go for his commander. Grief. We actually do want to counter a grief. How do we want to counter the grief? Let's resolve that. We'll resolve that. We'll do Tasha's on the grief trigger. Let's do it like that. Land is very good. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of stuff going on now. We can hold up our commander. Can we do a Gonjo and pass? No, we don't want to do that anyway. No attack in the turn. We have Aang to defend a to stop at least one trigger from his commander. He's running low on cards. We need to keep it that way. If he does nothing, we flash in Enduring Curiosity. What does our opponent have? Goes for Kefka. Can I offer you an Aang? Can I airbend the Kefka? And we'll flash in a Malcolm as well. Okay, now we do a land. And now we can bring this in, I believe. Yeah, let's go for this. We'll go for 2 attackers in the air. So we'll draw 3 cards and discard a card. Alright, give me a counterspell. That's sort of a counterspell. That's not a counterspell. We'll discard the... What do we discard here? A Gaijo is slow. I think we can do a Gaijo here. We can do Chromox if we want to. His commander's going to be 2 mana. If we have no cards in hand, his commander does not draw any cards. So if we can actually get rid of all the cards in our hand, which sounds kind of dumb, but I think we do it. Let's get rid of the Curiosity here. And we'll end the turn. His commander will be 2 mana. Essence Flux is totally fine. We'll flash this in. And you can look at our opponent and we'll have a land in hand. Kefka is good. You don't have the lands and don't discard a land. We both discard a land. Okay. A board wipe would suck here. As long as we don't get board wipe, we're looking okay. Bitter Triumph is fine. That's a fine. Solitude is a god tier draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's attack. Just these 2. Okay, Faithful Mending is good. Manatize is good. And a land is good. We'll discard the Mending. We'll play this land. We have Solitude for his commander. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of shenanigans here. We'll just end the turn. Yeah, we'll just end the turn. If he tries to do something, we'll Solitude. I'll do this in for 5. We'll exile the Kefka. Draw 1 card. What do you discard? Spell Pierce. Another land does play Kefka again, but I have no cards in hand, so he'll just discard and draw 1 potentially. Nicol Bolas. We got no cards in hand. And a land. Okay. Reprieve is great, actually. Wow. Okay, so what can we do here? We could do this, flash this back here. Reprieve, we can reprieve his commander. We actually really want to do that, so I think we're fine. Offer you a trade. So he's going to try to flip this, I think, next turn. Deal 10 damage to creature or planeswalker. Okay, so I think... Oh, he is probably going to go straight to exile that, right? If he does, we're fine, actually. I think we can kill it. Yeah, I think we're fine, honestly. Because he might flip it. Yeah, I think so. Okay, result. That's fine. It's a grindy A game. Our opponent wants to... If he tries to flip Bolas, we have a couple of things we can do. It depends on what he does. If he tries to go for his commander, we reprieve it. So it depends on what he does. We also have a counter spell, a reprieve, a board wipe, depending on how much mana it is, of course. So Kefka is a reprieve. Okay, yeah, Kefka is definitely a reprieve here. And if he goes to a pass, then we go for our commander. Now we have Grand. Let's Faithful Mend here. We'll draw 2. Holy fudge, bro. Okay, get rid of Grand. And the land, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can mana drain his commander. Can we get rid of Nicol Bolas? We can. So I think we actually get rid of mana drain. And Grand, actually, right? Yeah. We'll get rid of those two. And we draw another card. Plagon will draw us a billion cards. We'll go for this. We'll cast a Sword to Plowshares on the Bolas. And attack him for all here. And drawing a lot of cards. Drawing a lot of cards. Okay, there we go. Yep. Give me a 0-mana counterspell. None. Okay, discard a card. We'll discard the fetch land. So now we do have cards in hand. So he'll keep go for a Kefka. Because we got cards in hand. We'll discard a island. You can draw... Oh yeah, we gotta draw a card as well, because that's right, because it triggers off his... I've totally forgotten this triggers off other people. Our opponent needs a board wipe here. Like, Toxic Deluge hurts, but like we're okay with a Toxic Deluge at this point, honestly. Because he's super dead. Like, he is super dead. We're good with a Toxic Deluge. Oh, good game. Good game. He's super dead. I think he's super dead. I think he sees that. Yeah, because he can't even... If he Toxic Deluges, he dies. Because he can't pay for 6. And he has to pay for... He'd pay for, like, probably 3 to get rid of all these. So, yeah, he says good game. Coligan's Command. Destroy that. Destroy that. Yep. Holy crud we got there. Holy moly. I like Kefka. Like, Kefka's a cool card. Okay, we go first, and holy crud. Okay, so this is Gyruda. Gyruda is usually a combo-ish deck. We keep this because of freaking Wash Away. We start with blue. We also have Swords to Plowshares. These two cards right here I think are very good to have here. We also have Jace to trigger our commander. And we have some ramp. Yeah, this is a fantastic hand. Fantastic hand. So we just have to make sure Gyruda does not kind of hit the battlefield, to be honest. And if he does, I think what we have to do here is... Let's start with white. I think what we have to do here is... the Expedition map. Oh wait, he's trying to do some shenanigans. I can already freaking tell. What are the chances we can preordain here? Or do we just wait? I think we wait to preordain for our commander. We wait to preordain for our commander. Yeah, he wants to crack that expedition map. We control basic, so this comes in untapped. Do we just Jace? Do we just slam a Jace here? Do we slam anything? Because we have our commander on the end step, and then we go Jace? Yeah, let's just end a turn, actually. let him crack the expedition map. Because we still have, we can literally King T'Challa holding up both of these. And then if we, because he's probably going to ramp here, right? Yeah, he's going to get that. He's probably going to crack the expedition map. Most likely get Ancient Tomb or Cavern of Souls. Cavern of Souls would suck, but it's not, oh, we got Ancient Tomb. That's what I thought. Okay. Cavern of Soul, or Ancient Tomb is fine. Ancient Tomb means he'll have Gyruda probably next turn if he ramps here besides this. Because the 4... Inquisition. I honestly am okay with wash awaying this, right? Because he'll take this anyway, but then he doesn't have information on our hand. What are we thinking on that? If he... Because he'll take Wash Away or the Swords of Plowshares. If we say Wash Away, he takes Wash Away for good. No, you're fine. Let him do it. Let him attack us. Let him hand attack. I think he takes Wash Away anyways. My assumption is he takes Wash Away anyways. If he takes Wash Away, that means, and if we would have countered it, we would have been out 3 mana. So instead of us being out 3 mana, he gets all the information. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So then now we can splash into T'Challa, and we may be able to get some value out. Let's see what he does to this. If he counters it, he counters it. But if he doesn't, he also might remove it. Nothing, our turn. Okay. Reprieve. Reprieve is such a good draw here. Let's preordain. Scry 2, draw a card, but it'll be Scry 2, draw 2. If he removes our commander in response, that's fine. Oh my god, he Swan Song that. Yeah, we take it. I'll take a Swan Song to that. I'll take it. I will absolutely take that. We hold. We end the turn here, we hold. We have 2 very good cards in our hand right now. Reprieve is not bad at all. So he's going to go for a land, which is going to Surveil, right? And then he's going to have 5 mana next turn. Dark Ritual gets him to Gyruda. We have Reprieve for Gyruda here. 2. Solar Transformer is fine. You get 3 energy. What does he have for 2? Or for 3? A T'Challa? Do we protect T'Challa here? Phantasmal Image. Do we care about that? No, you're good. What do you want to copy? T'Challa, you're good. Let's just go... Ooh, do we care? No, we don't. Let's just go to our turn. We'll shock this in. Pay 3 life. Can we do a Jace here? Oh my god, we can. I'm going to return that to your hand. It sacrifices itself. And then next we'll attack for 5. And now we have Reprieve plus Swords. We actually only have one or the other, but we have Reprieve open. 3. Does he go for it? We attempt to try to reprieve it back to his hand. Can we reprieve it? Does he have a Force of Will? Blusterstorm, you're good. Yep. Do we die though? We probably close to die, right? Is it just the milled cards? What does he hit? He hits nothing on his deck, and he hits our deck. I think he just whiffed on his deck. I think he just whiffed. What did he name? Soul Partition. So he hit nothing. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, we just, let's see what he has. Let's get rid of that. It costs 5 mana. We don't know what that last card in his hand is. We have Swords. Do we flip this? We cannot. We can attack with this, actually. If we Swords the Scheming Fence, I do not want to die to a copy effect, right? But we get Jace unlocked. Yeah, we Swords this then. Yeah, we Swords this so we can activate Jace. There we go. Okay, put the... This counters a spell. These two back on top. In this order, because we're going to draw a card off of T'Challa here. We can play this land. We can flash this in. Can we do both? We can flash it and remove it. Its controller will draw a card, which means we'll also draw a card. We just want to hold up, right? For 6, is he going to attack us? It doesn't matter. He's almost dead. So we want to get 2 damage here. He is almost dead. We'll end the turn. Hold up this. This is a counter spell. What does he have? If he tries to remove Jace, I think we just let him. I think we just let him remove the Jace. Mana Confluence. That's more damage. That's already 1, 2. That's 3 life right there to tap those lands. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile. If you do, create a token as a copy of it. This can't counter that, so you're good. What does he do now? Does he attack? Okay, so he attacks Jace here. This is a 3/4. If we flash this in and flip, I think he's dead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We flash this in. He blocks this, which is 3, or he blocks 6, and he takes 5. But then this dies. If we flip this, because this will go straight into a wall. Do we block here? No blocks. Let's just let him die. Yep. Flash this in. Okay, so then now we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flipping it will kill this, right? But then this will trade here. Another non-token creature, but he has to block it. Or does he? How do we live here? I think we activate this actually here. Let's discard this and draw a card and draw another card. That's huge. That's a huge draw. This is a humongous draw here. Let's destroy that. That's a humongous draw here. Okay, 3, that's 7. Come on, come on! That was a humongous draw here. We have no mana up to counter anything. But he has only the X. He only has 2 life left. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yep, he copies it. Yep. Yep. He hits a copy effect, I think, which lets him go again. Hits another copy effect. We might die. We might just die here, but let's see. We might just die here, but let's see. Is that it? Are we good? Do we live? Oh my god, I think we got there. Okay. Yes, we got there! Holy crud! Holy crud, we got there. That's so good. I was like, wait a second, did we just die? Did we just die? He wanted to set up, I think. He might have meant to go... Oh, he didn't hit something he wanted to play. That's right, so he whiffed there. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice. Alright, so we're going first. We have... Oh my. We have no blue in this hand, but we do have Ancient Tomb and Restoration of a Ganjo. We do go first. Do we risk it? Should we go down to... If we don't draw a blue sword, we can't cast these cards anyway. Let's mulligan. We need blue. Alright, this one's way better. Which is way, way, way better. Plagon is not terrible. Neither is Restoration. It might be Tasha here. Let's do Tasha. And we'll go for a Hydrophonics Architect. And our opponent goes for a Murder of our Hydrophonics person. Alright, Jace is not bad. We do need a land. I really want a land. Please, deck, just give me a land. That Bob is getting absolutely vaporized. Thank goodness. Okay. Let's do a Ganjo here, or do we hold up this? We do a Ganjo. Yeah, let's go for a Ganjo here, just to make sure we get our land here. We can do Jace. I would love to go into a Jace, but we're going to see what happens. Our opponent's at 3. His commander's 5. So far, we've just been... Oh, God. He goes straight for a tutor. He goes straight for a tutor. But that's not too bad for us, because we know at least he didn't do anything besides look for a card with his entire turn. I guess we just got a planes of ours, but... Could be if we draw blue, we're gonna go straight for Jace. I think if we draw blue, we're going straight for a Jace. Onto this empty board, absolutely, absolutely. And we drew the blue. Okay, let's put the planes in the grave, which will reanimate the planes, or the hydrophonics. Let's do the hydrophonics. We'll put this on the battlefield, and we'll play this planes, and we'll play Jace. We are going to... I think we 0 here. Just so we get value out of him. We'll put this on top and the Spectral Sailor on top. We want the land first. Okay, that's not too bad. So if Jace dies now, he at least netted us some value. Because he literally went straight... I wonder if he tutored for Cavern of Souls. He may have... We have an out. Oh, we have an out. Oh, gosh. Bitter Triumph. Yep, see, that's why we wanted to make sure we got value out of it. Exiles. Looks at target opponent hand, you may exile card until this creature leaves the battlefield. Deep Cavern Bat. We can now go... Let's go for our commander here. And we're going to consider, because I want to draw 2 cards here. Sailor, we do not care for Sailor, honestly. There we go. Silo Rift is not bad. Let's attack. And if he wants to block, he can block. I didn't think so. I did not think so. He swings. Oh, we can't block it. Why can't we block it? Oh, it's flying. These don't fly. That's right. I forgot. This thing does not fly. Sometimes I think that the Architect flies. Talisman of Resilience. Talisman of Resilience. If we draw a land, we could flip T'Challa, which we may do, to be honest. Straight into a cavern. Okay, he's trying to go to his commander. Holy Lands. Oh my, Mystic Confluence is a freaking stupidly good draw here. We just attack. We just attack straight up. We just attack straight up. Mystic Confluence can return his commander, his Deep Cavern, and it can do some other shenanigans. So we'll just hold. It can draw 2 cards as well. Yeah, we just end a turn. We'll wait. This card, yeah, Mystic Confluence here is very good. Very, very good draw. Is he going straight for an attack? You're good. I'm not going to block it. Okay, he has 7 mana. This is going to counter any bad spell we don't want to deal with. Toxic Deluge. Counter unless you pay 3 twice, and then return this to your hand. Did we get Veiled? Yep, you had to pay 3 twice. You had to pay 3 twice. I think he misread that. I think he may have misread it. Oh, he wants to take something else. What do you want to take? What do you want to take? You're at 7. You have to block. Whatever you take, it doesn't matter. Yep, Silo Rift. Yep. Oh, God, this card is good. Okay, if we attack, he has to block. There's no choice. Yep, good game. That's his attack all right here. He has to block to live. Down to 2. We get that Silo Rift back. I think we go for a... We need to hold up an emergency. So let's... Oh, actually, how many cards do we draw here? Only 3. I mean, 3 cards is very good. Let's do this. We'll do Plagon. Draw 3. Look at that. Look at all the cards. We just drew like 1,000 cards. Land. And I think we just go for Signet here. Yes, we'll go for a Signet here because we still have open Silo Rift. And we'll end the turn. Not bad. Not bad. Our opponent might have board wipe. But he needed... That's what he needed there. That is what he needed there. Okay, our opponent goes first, and he's playing a Mole Man deck. We can subtlety it with this hand. Quantum Riddler might draw us into other things. Let's keep it. This hand is... I don't want to go down to 6. I don't think it's worth going down to 6. This hand is a white source away from being a very good hand. It is a white mana source away from being a very good hand. Utopia Sprawl, yep. There it is. Okay. We may have to counter his commander next turn. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. If he does his commander next turn, we definitely counter it. This is probably a ramp deck if I had to guess. Earthbender's Ascension is fine. Can't do anything about that right now anyway. Resolve. He turns the Shifting Woodland into a land. He's going to start ramping quickly. He got a waste. Okay, our turn. Mana Leak is fire. Okay, Mana Leak is really good here. In the turn. Yeah, we hold up Mana Leak. We hold up the Mana Leak. 1, 2, 3, 4. Allosaurus Shepherd. That has to get countered. Yes, it does. Actually, yeah, we don't have a choice. That needs to get countered. We'll get rid of the Seagate Restoration. Yeah, we have to tuck that card. That shuts off Mana Leak, and I don't mind it being shut off for right now. I just don't want that card to feel while we have Mana Leak up. I want to use this Mana Leak beforehand. If he plays this commander, we Mana Leak it, then we're feeling pretty alright. He can play his commander still. To hit that fetch land in the graveyard, it looks probably pretty appealing. And if he fetches, he gets rid of the Allosaurus Shepherd anyway. But we will see here. He channels the... Okay. Oh, he wants to hit those lands. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, because he wants to have that Allosaurus Shepherd. Okay, Reprieve also gets through that, by the way. Reprieve is very good here. But Reflector Mage is too good, I think, to not dump this, right? Oh, what do we do here, actually? If we Reflector Mage this land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Next turn, he plays this into Moloid. Reprieve gets through can't be countered, so that's at least something. Yeah, let's do this. I think I like the idea of this. Let's push that back into his hand. It's not the greatest, but I think that's not a terrible plan, because he is going to draw Allosaurus Shepherd. He wants to start with that. And so he's trying to make sure our Mana Leak dies. If he was going to start with this, yeah, we would have done the Mana Leak instead, but... He probably said, you know what? Tapped out mana, we're just going to go for it. Alright, so we have to be careful here. He's going to start doing some shenanigans. And Allosaurus Shepherd, yep. Awesome. Alright, Deserted Beach is great. I think we just wait and we flash our commander on the end step. Yeah. No attacks in the turn. Yeah, I think we just flash our commander on the end step. We're going to try to start popping off ourselves. That is a problem. We are actually going to reprieve that. That is a massive problem, and we're gonna have to use Tasha. That card would murder us. This turn is all elves. These are not elves, thank goodness. We need that board wipe. That would be so good to draw here. No blocks. We'll take it. Land is very good. We have Tasha in response to this. If he goes for it again, I think that's too good, right? If we're going to do that, we'll do Captain Eberhard as well. And no attacks in the turn. This has first or double strike, so I can block one once. Resolve it. If it goes to combat, resolve, resolve, resolve. Yeah, he's going to try to pump it up over and over again. Resolve, resolve. Resolve. Trigger. We're going to flash this in. Countering the Oboroid there. No blocks. We need a board wipe. We played Civil Library. Holy crap, our opponent is going. Force Negation's also dead here. We can do this. Let's go for T'Challa here. And we're going to play this as a 2. Fierce Guardianship's also dead. Oh my gosh. No attacks. He drew another card, so we draw a card. Okay. This can counter anything that's not a green spell, sadly. He just needs a removal for Tasha, and we're dead. Or Craterhoof. We just died of a Craterhoof as well. Getting a Fanatic. You're good there. He's making so much mana. Yep, all he has to do is get rid of the Tasha. If he gets rid of the Tasha, we die. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a chance. What you're saying is there's a chance. We'll cast this. Just hard cast it so we can draw. Counterspell. We're getting drained with just straight up freaking... Oh my gosh. Alright, take action. We'll get a... What do we want to get here? Spectral Sailor. Yeah, we're going to need it. We have all the counters, but they cannot do anything here. No attacks in the turn. Oh, the Sylvan Library. He chooses not to draw another card. Resolve. Oh, he puts a board breeze or the board up. That means he probably found an interaction piece. He has so much mana. So much mana. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. That is counterable. That is counterable. that is counterable. That was scary. That scared me a little bit. Oh my, depopulate is exactly what we need. Depopulate is exactly what we need. Can we... We have... He might have a protection spell for depopulate, doesn't he? He absolutely has like a freaking heroic intervention. Are we about to get heroic intervention, dude? Oh, that's how we... Oh, we crack this first. That's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. You crack this first. I mean, we don't not do that, right? Let's activate this ability. Let's see what he does. Nothing. Okay, that means we can depopulate. Unless he has something here, but I don't think he does. Does he have a flyer? He does not. Let's attack. Attack here. Just there. 4 in the air. And we will depopulate. Come on. Come on. Nice. Nice. Take action. Oh, yep, we draw another card. Holy crud. Okay, we're actually looking okay. We end the turn. Come on. We have a crap load of counterspells now. We have all the counterspells online. Our opponent, does he do it again? Come on. Holy crud, dude. Oh, the depopulate. He goes down to 8. What does he do? Lost but seeking. I honestly don't care. You're good. I'm going to stop anything that's a problem. Scoot Swarm is... That is a counterable card. That's counterable as frick. That is a counterable card. We cannot let that happen. Come on. That is a problem, honestly, too. Yup. Growing the Azusa. What's he gonna make it a copy of? Does he have all card types? A copy of Scoot Swarm. Green. What's the mana value of this? Non-land permanent where X equals 1. That is fine, I think, right? We can respond to the first trigger. Return this to your hand. Get that out of here, dude. But that gives him another trigger of Scoot Swarm. Which we can actually gain control of, I think. Oh no, it's mana value 3, we cannot. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, it's happening again. Oh my gosh. Okay, blue. How do we live here? How do we live? Even if we flash this in, how do we live? Oh, man. Oh, he's about to make so much freaking... we just got to find ways to draw cards, right? So let's... If we play this for 5, right? Yeah, we can. Let's do this for 5. Let's draw 2 cards. Target player, us. Chrome Mox. Land. Wan Shi Tong is not terrible. Wan Shi Tong is actually not terrible. Oh, and he's going to fetch like a mother trucker. Let's get rid of the Spectral Sailor here. He's going to make a lot of Scoot Swarms. But we have Wan Shi Tong, which is he's going to tutor a lot. Wan Shi Tong will draw us a lot of cards. In the turn, yep. Okay, we're going to see if we can survive this. Wan Shi Tong might get big enough to where it kills him. I don't think we die with this board state right now. He needs to give it haste. What does he do here? This is a Urza's Cave. Yeah, you're good there. The Scoot Swarm is going to pop off. We just going to have to let it pop off right now. If we die, we die. Resolve. If he cracks that land for a land, then we do it. Flash this in 0. X equals 0, confirm 0. Flash this in. We have Force of Negation up as well. Nature's Claim that? I don't give a fudge, bro. Give me the life. Give me the life, dude. I don't give a fudge, dude. Search your library. We draw a card, and we put a counter on Wan Shi Tong. We're trying, dude. We're trying. We're trying. This is a cool deck, though. Freaking straight mono green landfall. Mono green landfall. Because if he tutors, if he keeps searching, we get to draw a card, and he gets a billion counters, but it's... Oh, my Silo Rift, dude! We got there again! I think Silo Rift gets there. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Silo Rift gets there. Oh, my gosh, dude! Can we live? We do die to a Crater Hoof. But we have Force of Negation for something that's going to not be a Crater Hoof. Oh my gosh, dude. What the frick, bro? We will live. We will try to live. Does our opponent want to search some more? He's at 11 life. We have to overload Silo Rift. What does it become? What does he make it become? An Ugin? I can't do anything about that. It goes straight in the grave. I think he might have misplayed there. Yeah, because it has no... Oh, he misplayed. It can't become an Ugin, dude. Because it has no counters. Oh my gosh. We got there. I don't know why he scooped there. Like, he had so much shenanigans here. I guess because he's almost dead right here, maybe? That Silo Rift was clutch. That Silo Rift... I thought he was going to keep tutoring. He was going to play his commander, play the fetch land, keep growing the Scoo Swarm, but grow the Wan Shi Tong. Holy moly. Okay, so we go first, and we... Oh, this hand looks extremely good. What are we going against? A Azusa Lost But Seekings. This is a mono green deck, landfall most likely. Depopulate's going to be probably really good here. Reprieve and Portable Hull, we keep this hand. We go first, we keep this hand, absolutely. I don't think we do anything to Chrome Mox right now. I think we literally just go for... Yeah, because Portable Hull might hit a Mana Dork. So Portable Hull is probably going to hit a Mana Dork. Let's go for this island. And I think we just end the turn here. Depending on what we draw... He does not. Oh my gosh, a land. Play this land, and we just pat. Can we draw cards with this? If we go exiling Amiria, that basically gives us our Amiria land right now. Let's do this. We'll get rid of this here. And we'll just hold it in the turn, and we'll flash T'Challa in on the instep. If he does nothing here. If he does something reprievable, we'll do it. Oh, my tap land, dude. You don't understand how fine I am with that. Yeah. Oh, God. That was really... Our opponent is not going to be happy. Like, at all. I mean, yeah, we just attack. We just attacked here. We end the turn. This Archer's Charm is not live right now, but Reprieve is. Human, Azusa, can I reprieve that? It just goes back to your hand for a second. It doesn't counter it, just put it back to your hand. I want to draw land. There we go. That's what we wanted. That is what we wanted. Our opponent disc... Oh my, you're kidding me. This is a fire, absolutely fire draw right now. Oh my gosh, that's the deck right there. That's what we're trying to do. Right there, what we just did. That is what we're trying to do. We just shut down this archway, drew a card, drew another card, and now we have Force of Will open. We can't counter his commander, but I don't really care. He can have his commander, to be honest. We can Fading Hope it. He went for a Gate to Moorborn. He's not going to block us, right? I mean, do we even care? I mean, let's just tempo him. Let's just tempo the frick out of this guy right now. Let's just bounce it back to his hand, make him do it again next turn, and keep hitting him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we draw a land, we're going to flip. If we draw a land, we're flipping the T'Challa into the Black Panther. Absolutely. We get a scry as well. Oh, I want a land. Give me a land. I'm willing to tap out the flip. Our opponent's like, bruh. We literally got a Scoot Swarm discarded because of the freaking reprieve. That's not bad at all. Our opponent hates me. Absolutely is despising me right now. He is like, I am so miserable. You freaking blue player. I'm usually on that side of the table, so I know the freaking painfulness it is. But hopefully he lets this go through, because I really want to try to flip this King T'Challa over. It's just, I mean, you're fine. You can play her again. That Spreading Seas right there on the archway is pretty good. We could even Spreading Seas the Cavern of Souls, making it to where we could have countered his commander. But Azusa is a problem. But sometimes you just gotta deal with the problems that she brings afterwards, because she'll make his hand go down real fast because she's playing multiple lands. Yeah, our opponent's probably just gonna rope out. He said, "This fading hope is my last hope." His last hope is gone. He said, "That's all my hope. My hope is now faded and gone." That's what he is saying. Okay, we got Talisman. No, we want to try to get a land. Our opponent is probably still not here. No lands. It's okay. So we will just straight up attack. And we'll pass a turn because we are not... I'm telling you straight up, this is going to be miserable for our opponent. Did he just rope? Yeah, he's going to die. I think he's just roping out. Yeah, he's not going to deal with us. I completely understand, though. I completely understand. And he's gone. Yeah, our opponent did not want to deal with us. And like I said, I completely understand. Because he wasn't doing anything. Did I have fun? Yes, our opponent did not. For sure. Alright, everybody, so we have some packs to open up. We got 4 packs from the games we played. Like packs/gold. We used the gold to get some more of these Marvel superhero packs. I'm just trying to pull as many of the mythics we can because I'm enjoying making these commanders in Brawl quite a bit. But let's see what we get. So the first one, we got a rare. Let's see what we got. Nothing new in the uncommon side. Epic Fight. Double target creature's power and toughness till end of turn. Target creature you control fights. Target creature an opponent controls. 3 mana sorcery speed. That needed to be an instant. Epic Fight's a very epic name, but that should have been instant in my opinion. Definitely. For 3 mana, maybe if it was 2 mana, it could have been a sorcery. Oh, we got a mythic here. We also got Madam Hydra. When you cast a villain spell, create a 2/1 villain creature token menace. And Agent 13. I played this in the draft. That thing is pretty legit. Mythic wild card. We'll take it. We'll absolutely take a mythic wild card. Alright, let's see what we got. Another rare. We got Robot Domination. When one or more creatures are put in the graveyard from anywhere, you draw a card, lose a life, and put a plan counter on it. The third one, sacrifice it, create 3 2/2 robots. Ooh, and another Iron Man. Heck yeah. I didn't think this one was good enough to play in the Iron Man deck, but it may be. Well, we have it now, though. Oh, Daredevil. We have Daredevil now. Oh, frick. Daredevil, dude. Okay, Daredevil is one of the commanders I like quite a bit. Alright, now we have him. So, he's going to be on the list of commander potentials. And then last but not least, another mythic. Dang, I feel like we get a mythic every other pack. We got Captain America Super Soldier. Phenomenal. Perfect, because I'm trying to build a Captain America deck, and I needed so many of them. So now we got this one, a mono white. First strike, whenever it enters with a shield counter on him, as long as Captain America has a shield counter on him, you and other heroes you control have hexproof. So it's like a hero tribal deck sort of thing. But that's a really good pull. That one and Daredevil is a very good pull because I really like Daredevil. Heck yeah. Awesome, phenomenal pulls. Alright everybody, so that was King T'Challa, the Black Panther. As you can tell, this deck is pretty legit. I think it's a very powerful deck. I still think that there are a lot of cards I want to switch out. I think I want to change, like I said, the Eternal Dawn. I think this is a card that's not doing what I want it to do. It's pretty good in normal Brawl. I think in competitive Brawl, because of how tight the curve is on most decks where they're so much cheaper, this card is not great. So, I'm curious what you guys think. If you have any ideas for this deck, because like I said, I've gone against T'Challa a couple times in the ladder already. But I'm curious what you guys' takes are about King T'Challa. So if there's a cards you want me to try, or if there's a commander you want me to play, just let me know down below in the comments. But as always, I appreciate you all for watching, and have a good one.